Dear all, welcome to Civil Services with ZAKI. And as you know, today we are going to discuss about how do terrain, parent materials, and time affect the soil. And as you know, it is related to the major geographical concept series. So we are going to further detail, as you know, our own educational app, and basically it is very beneficial app for the civil services examination, basically IAS examination. So this app, so as you know, this app is very useful for the new students and also for a student who are preparing for the civil services in 2023. As you know, you can get regular weekly free test. Initial this test is maybe very hard for you because the standard of the question is equal to the civil services examinations, and as you know, the civil services examinations are very one of the toughest examinations in India. So don't worry, because we provide you the complete solution, and as you go to the our app, you can get detailed solution with the analysis. So that's why please test your preparations, how your preparations and how you prepared for the 2023 examinations. So that's about the this app. As you know, we also provide you the regular 2023 current affairs series, and basically this current affairs series like this in the next tomorrow you can watch by this video. These are the very significant for the civil services aspirant, basically IAS aspirant. So that's why you subscribe our channel, because as you know, in previous year about 22 questions directly from our civil services with ZAKI. So each and every questions we discuss in this video, a comprehensive analysis of 2022 prelims exams. So for prelims exams and also for the mains exam, please subscribe our channel and also download my app. So we move forward and see what are the today's topic. So see, first, how do terrain, parent materials and time affect the soil? Number one. Number two, what is the relationship between the slope and soil development? And another is, what is the relationship between the parent material and the soil development? And also, how does time affect the soil formation? So how time affect the soil formations? So for all these topics, please stay with us till the end of this video. So let's move forward and see. Number one, how do terrain, parent material and time affect the soil? So as you know, soil characteristics such as the texture, structure, permeability and the fertility are impacted on by many factors. Such include climate, organic materials, topographic relief, parent material from which the soil derived, basically parent material, and the time. So in short, we can call it or refer it these factor with the acronym of COPT: climate, organic material, relief, parent material and time. So in short, we can call it COPT. So as you know, we address role of the climate and organic material later in which our upcoming video, in which we define the what is the layer of the soil and etc. But here we explain RPT, means relief, parent material and time. So how these relief, parent material and time affect the soil. So let's move forward and see how. So first we see what is the relationship between the slope and soil development. So regarding the slope and the soil development, so how slope is related to the soil development. So first we see the topography. As you know, the variation in slope and elevation impact the soil properties by influencing erosion rate. So soil formations is favored when the rate of weathering exceeds rate which soils dislocates and carried away. So if you see such type of the terrain and some soil form here, but they carried away by the erosion. So if you see here, like, so if more weathering, then the erosion, and some, then it means some carried away. So the rate of, so basically this soil area, basically formation rate, basically if in the formation rate carried away, so if we see here, so exceed the rate which the soil dislocates and carried away, so the soil formation you can maybe find the upper slope. But if the erosion exceed in the weathering, then you can't find the such type of the soil development in the upper slope or the steep slope. So so what happened, where these finally go to the low lying area. So low lying areas gathered soil moisture generally have organic matter available to the vegetable community. So that's why you can find some of the plant flora and fauna basically in the valleys, not top of the mountain. So because it is due to the topography. So see how, number one, see here. So if you see, then in the northern hemisphere, as you know, most of the world lies in the northern hemisphere, even India, America, US, so America, Europe, and all Asia country basically lie in the northern hemisphere. So if the northern hemisphere if we see the orientation of the north, in the northern hemisphere, they are cooler, shadier, wetter, and they accumulate more organic matter to self. So if we see, this is south and this is north. So the north side, these areas are cooler and colder soil, wetter soil, and restricted to soil fauna and flora. So see here. And another is sun-faced. Southern slope is the surface. That's why if you see the Himalayas, some of the sun-faced area in the southern slope. So due to these basically sometimes are dry soil. Here you can see dry soil. So and this area wetter soil. So see here in next slide. So see here. So as you know, steepy slide. So steepy slope. So steeply sloping surface promote the rapid movement of the water. So if we see such type of the rainfall or precipitation happen, then they drain very rapidly in this area. So in this area, basically organic matter, nutrient, in situ formations of soil are limited. So in this area, in situ formation of the soil are very limited, but these finally nutrient are accumulate in the valley and the bottom. So in contrast, bottom land accumulate these beneficial materials and less disturbed by the movement, so they develop thick soil. So you can find the valley, these area, the thick soil. So basically slope are basically impact our soil formation. So if you go to the steeper slope, you can find soil, but if you go to the bottom of the mountain, valleys, etc., you can find thicker soil. So that is the great impact of the soil on these topographic features. So next we move forward and see what is the relationship between the parent material and the soil development. So how some type of the parent material develops some type different type of the soil, and how some type of parent material are develop very less productive soil. So see here, the parent material, what is, first we think what is parent material. So parent material is the rock from which the soil is derived. So it can be derived in place or transported from the another location. So some type of this type of formation. So some type of the soil formation in place, some type of the soil formation transported from the upper area to the lower area. So parent material influences the rate of which weathering will occur. So which in the influences permeability. So So basically in term they influences the permeability, pH and the type of nutrient available in the parent. So if we see the soil developed in the place called residual soils. So what is residual soils? Residual soils means developed in place. It means this soil is not transported from the other place. So we next see the how these materials. So number one, we will see the well joined rock in cold moist climate. So some of this type of the rock, if you see here, a rocky peak being broken down by the series of fractures. So see, and basically if you see here, regular freezing and thawing are basically break these apart, and so some of which are produced by the expansion of the freezing of the water. So due to the resulting piece as work as the parent material. So if you see the resulting piece, so this is parent material. So like some type of the, so see, it is a peak and some water filled with, due to the cold the water frozen and break this area. So due to this is called the frost weathering. So what is frost weathering and all that, then you must watch our this video on a specific video on the weathering. So as you know, we provide you a total more approx 100 video on major geographical concept series, so you can watch my all video on our channel. And as you know, this is our one of the last video, and next week will be the video will be the last video of this series, major geographical concept series, because we provide you the all topic, whether it is geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, and all soil formation and etc, whether it is the water resources, all. So you can find all these topic in our video, and it's a playlist called major geographical concept series, so you can find all these video. So that is called frost weathering. So these are basically work as the parent material for the soil. Another is, if we see the some of the other type of the shale sizes, such type of the sedimentary rock composed of the basically clay size particles, if you see here, so easily decomposed, whereas into the clay rich soil. So this type of the weathering form a clay rich soil that has abundant in the soluble cation. So you can find here very rich soluble cations like the calcium, calcium, magnesium, potassium, etc. So you can find these all cations here. So this is the shale. But if you go to the another some of the sandy soils like this, see here, basically soil derived from the sand is a coarse texture forming sandy loam or the loamy sand. Such soil will be exhibit good drainage, are easily plow, and because water drain easily, so these soil tend to the drought prone. So but it is easily to easy for the cultivators, because it is to water drains and easily they because easily plow, and you can easily cultivate in anything. But water is drain easily and evaporate easily, that's why it is basically drought prone area. So what is the drought and what is the flash drought and etc, then you watch my this video on a specific on drought. So for drought, so what is the flash drought and what is the flash drought threat in India, so you can find all geography related video in our channel. So that's why subscribe our channel and tell your friends and colleagues, and also download my app Civil Services with ZAKI. So next we move forward and see how does time affect the soil formation. So as you know, the longer a soil has been exposed to the weathering process and organic matter accumulation, the better the soil development, which distinguishes several horizons. So soil form within the decades of the tropical moist environment. So as you know, environment also played a great role in the soil formation. So if you go to the moist environment, the humid environment, tropical area, so soil form within a decade. But if you go over the arid environment, soil form within a thousands of years. So that's why climate also impact of the soil formation. So in any climate settings, soil progressively become better development more time long. So if you give more time, so soil develop more better and better texture, better layer. So see how number C here. So see here it is a time. So if you say less time, more time. So this figure show the development as a function of time. So bedrock, it is called bedrock, and weather, it is bedrock. So bedrock weathered by the physical and chemical process, as you know, from weather to parent material called regolith. So here see here, see form regolith. So it's first time, but during the course of the time, some development of the flora and fauna and also some chemical weathering and all that. So soil developed is clear texture. So if you see here, you can't find the well developed soil, but you see here in the long course of time you can find well developed soil. So see here how. So number one, so when the vegetation takes hold, this type of the vegetation, organic matter begin accumulate in the surface layer of the soil. So binding action, as you know, our previous video we also discussed about the organic material are the main forces of the binding of the soils. So binding action by the organic matter help in the creation of the soil structure. So if we see the another things, see here, continued weathering by the inorganic and organic acid contribute to the formations of the clay. So see here the formation of the clay, further development of the soil structure, so better development layer. So here you see don't best development layer, but during the course of time these area are well developed layer. So what is the layer of the soil and all that, then you watch my next video, upcoming video, and it is our last video. So after that we will provide you another geographical series, Indian geography. So for Indian geography and all that, you must, for this video and Indian geography, you must subscribe our channel, tell your friends and colleagues, and also download our app for regular test, and also some free materials also available in our app. So that's why you can easily download, and due to app you can directly contact me from anywhere across the India. That's why it is very significant. So that's all about parent materials, times, and relief and all that. So how these things are impact our soil formation. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks a lot. We will meet next week with the next